Well, I think this will be the first episode where I actually sort of play the game rather than sort of explain it a whole lot. We're getting to the point where it's less decision making and early it's basically less early exploration, more decision making is what I'm going to be getting into right now. We basically have to decide what route of path of play we're going to sort of take, and if we're going to try and conquer people, if we're just going to try and hold our own. Actually, I'll probably explain what my initial plan will probably be. I'm just going to basically expand to the nearby areas, the two places to the south and to the west or east rather of my capital. Capture some minor villages, do stuff like that. There's more Sartans over here apparently. They spawned. I should also know, I should at this point probably assimilate someone to my village at this point, and the allies ones are probably good to get. And I have emeralds here apparently. We'll activate that booster now, get a little bit of approval bonus from it, basically is what it's all about. I think I'm actually going to assimilate the allies ones right now. Basically, this is something you have to do. Basically, you can assimilate minor factions into your empire, and you basically get bonuses based on the different minor factions that are in your empire. So I can assimilate these guys, and you basically for each pacified rebuilt village, I'm basically gonna have approval root boost for it. Additionally, I can also build their units too. So these allies ones basically a support unit I can now build in my military. So I can edit this guy. I can give him a little bit more powerful stuff. I can give two types of weapons. One that gives a slowdown ability, or one that basically gives an exhaustion. They both more or less do the same damage, but this one will give him more health and other stuff, and it'll give him exhaustion, which basically reduces defense of enemies he hits with it. And we'll give him all this nice little stuff here. So there's a minor faction unit. If I build 3 of these guys, by the way, I can go over and do the quest for the Jodas over here too. So, for those who remember that quest, basically there's the basically he wants me to get 3 minor faction units built, and I bring them over to him, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm happy to join you now." Or I could just wipe out the village. I could do that too. But I want to start completely some of these quests that these guys hand out, so I'll try to hand out some of these quests or get them done. Let's start playing. Oh, someone built the Museum of Verga, so that's a wonder they built. Wide lands, wide eyes. So basically, it's the faction quest that I basically haven't done anything for the last 4 turns. My sailors are retrieved from the chaos of the subterranean realm, seeking sanctuary and regular service. Our first task is assimilating minor faction. So I basically assimilated one guy. Excellent, my friends have taken the first step to securing their place on the surface. Now I've got another quest to basically do. Basically, yeah, you can read all the stuff if you want to. Read. Another paragraph to read. So I have to build 2 new strategic resource extractors in my empire for the next little bit. That means building a titanium reactor there perhaps, or here. Or I could do on these ones over here as well. Alright, so I got invaders in my lands, or I've got these guys running around, and the other guys over here. Let's move my guys over here for now, these guys. There's the Ceratune. I'm going to try and attack these guys, get rid of them, get a little bit more experience. I have to watch out my money a little bit here. It's getting a little bit low. But after I get a central market built, it should get a lot better, because basically these guys get happier, and that usually boosts up your production and stuff like that when these guys get really happy. This is one thing to watch out for expansion. Basically, as like you sort of expand, you get like, you know, more approval problems, and then like, you know, you get lower production as a result. If it gets too low. So as I start building central markets in all these places of my own. Oh. Guys is moving around on me. Alright, so I'm gonna basically just mainly fight this one. I don't mind using like auto every so often, but I don't want to lose my Lunas or get needlessly damaged like, you know, the CPU did to my Dawn officers there last time. Okay, these guys are actually starting on a ridge too, so they actually have to... How do I get up to them? This is annoying. I don't think there's any way up to those guys except for archery attacks. Alright, so the plan I guess will be just to rush up to the hills here and start attacking them from below. Because I got nothing else I can really do to him. Let's see if there's a way up, and I'm just not seeing of these guys, perhaps. And they're just going to rush right over here, apparently. Oh, look at that. There's a way right up there. So... There's the first attack on a Drider. Another attack on a Drider. There goes the dead Drider. And it'll do a little bit more damage to the Drider here. Hey, he missed. Nice. He missed again. And now he's dead. Easy battle, easy experience. So these guys want me to produce stuff in the city here. At this point, I still need to get a little bit more, you know, population before I can, like, you know, start balancing this stuff out so I can get it done for those guys. Alright, excellent. She got some experience, so I can level her up a little bit. Let's see here. I think it's probably good to get her vision so that she can basically see a little bit farther. And also it's because it gets me on to like the next pip of, like, you know, leveling for this one when I get to it. And apparently I'm getting money problems here, so it's about time I have to start fix that up a little bit. So we're just going to do this. Move one guy over to do some dust production, basically. Basically, she leveled up, so it's costing me more to, like, you know, upkeep her. That's what's happening. You don't want to have too many military units early on. Actually, I have, like, you know, probably too many right now, but whatever. And there we go. I built the central market, so basically this is making these guys happier here. And as a result, I'm getting, like, a boost to my production, I think, is what should be happening. Or maybe it's not losing the production. Or I guess you don't get any dust production, basically. Thought you did. Whatever. I also built the Isles Point village over here. Now, something I know about the Mire villages, when you basically pacify or rebuild these villages, you basically get yourself an extra villager from that like place. So this has a population of 4, so it basically gets 4 population, like, you know, to work on, like, you know, resources and such. These guys, when I rebuild them, they give me an extra population, so I basically have 5 as a result of basically rebuilding these guys. So it's kind of cool when they're around. And I'll build these. And plus, because I built these guys up, I'm also getting the approval rating from the Mire faction too. So assimilated as one's factions give me +5, as you can see, for approval. That's helping me out a little bit as well. Alright, these guys, the Driders. Did I have a faction quest for these guys? Yes, I did. What is it about? The Driders want me to just have like the 4 or 5 existing unit classes. You know, technically I could do that now because I basically have, like, you know, Marines, and I have like Dawn Officers, which are cavalry, and archers. And I have like the Isles Points, which are support. But I think right now we're just going to attack these guys just to sort of, like, you know, get rid of them. And the reason I'm going to attack these guys is just so I don't have to worry about Driders attacking me as well as, like, you know, the other of my factions. So just going to be ready to fight these guys. A couple more Ice Wargs, basically. And I think what we're going to do this time around... Now, these guys, by the way, they have strike back, so... Much like the Driders can, these guys can also, like, you know, hit adjacent units if they're, like, you know, basically defending themselves. So, I have to be very careful of that. I'm going to move all these guys up over here. Basically, here's my plan. I'm going to try and shred these guys a little bit. So, you're going to go up to here. You know what, let's going to make him do like this. We're just going to have them all attack this guy here, these archers. And then we'll have this guy attack this guy up on the high ground. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because these guys don't basically strike back if they're archered, so... It doesn't matter if these guys attack melee or not, but they get bonus in melee because they have basically a special skill for it. And this guy's finished. That worked out pretty well. I'll have these guys move right here. And also I'll run around to hit this guy. And there goes the Driders. Wiped out those guys without much damage. That's cool. That's basically how you want to do it. And I can't. And I'll note something, by the way. You can only attack once, basically, with like your heroes or, you know, your armies. So I basically used up my action points for attacking people. So I have to basically wait till next turn to attack that next one, even though I'm right next to it. You can't just like attack and attack and attack. Basically, you have to sort of, like, you know, plan your moves a little bit. We see the common friend. Dispose well for all Marogra. So apparently these guys are friends with the Draken now. So basically got some, you know, talk about it. A disheveled archivist by the name of Ruta Cletraps claims to have discovered fresh chambers likely to contain great riches in the ancient ruins. The problems? Armies of monsters guard the region, and Ruta's not so sure anymore of which of the 2 ruins you will find exactly. Will you be able to be the one to find the right location? So, I have to search the ruins of Ashrook in order to find the right location, but beware of the Tektite armies roaming there. So, apparently there's a quest all the way out here. That's on the other side of the continent. It's past these guys. I'm not going to worry about that one. So whatever. Alright, now, something I know, by the way, if you actually see, like, these guys, like, here, don't attack the Mark village because you're just going to cause these guys to, like, join into attack, so we're going to attack these guys alone, and then we'll attack the village afterwards. That'll be my plan here. Alright, this guy, he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy can move 1, 2, 3, 4. So, here's like a basic plan for fighting these guys here. These guys are all going to move, like, over to, here, I guess. And these guys are not in range, are they? No, so this guy's a little bit too far away at the moment. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess what we're going to do right here, we're going to have, like, these guys sort of, hit this guy a little bit. And I'm basically just going to have to shred this guy with attacks, I think. Not this guy with attacks. Now he's in a force, he's getting a bit of defensive bonus, but I'm not sure it'll basically protect him, so we should be good. They charge, they attack. There's the first attack. There's the next attack. And this should finish this guy. And much like before, I'm just going to run these guys away, so they don't take any needless damage. There goes that one. Move this guy down there. Now, I have moving points for this guy, but I'm just going to leave him there so I can attack this guy next time because I used an action point to attack the small armor you get again. And I got Imperial Highways, so that's cool. I can use this to build roads, basically, and that's useful for, essentially this is useful for granting trade, as well as basically improving your movement speed on like, terrain, so it's cool. I think at this point, let's try and get a Titan research, and maybe we'll get the, basically, kind of like Endless Space, you have to have, like, you know, these, like, technologies to improve your, like, army sizes, or else you can't have big armies. So that's what I'm going to do here. We're just going to build this so I can have a bigger army. Now, unlike Endless Space, like your armies, again, they can sort of join together and like fight like all at once in like the same battle. But it's still important to sort of like, you know, not have like, you know, multiple. You want to have a big army to attack with, so that basically you have all these units on the field at once. Basically, that's really what I'm after. Okay, we're just going to attack these guys. We're not going to do the quest, and that'll basically be it for the Guilderus over here. I'll have to rebuild other villages if I want them, but whatever. It's fine. Alright, you guys can go here. Here. So you attack those guys there. Alright, so these guys can both get to my armies over here, so... Now here's what's gonna suck. I'm probably gonna enter this military train, this like planes here. And that's actually gonna be, well, unless cover for like, you know, defensive... Oh, it's not gonna happen, never mind. Basically, if you're in a force, you get like defensive bonuses, both for like attacking and defending, I think, so... It's good to be in force when you have a chance to, for like, you know, attacking. I'm just gonna finish this guy over here. There goes that one. And you can just move over to here, I guess. Take that damage. Take it all. And there goes the Driders. They're all done. Now, because I killed all the Driders, I can't do the quest, but whatever. I didn't really, you know, want to do this one anyways, I guess. Not worth my time. Alright, let's move down to the Delvers over here and see if their, you know, armies are running around. There's their army over here. And there we go, we got the Glory of the Empire. So that's going to give me a nice little influence boost. Is this what this building's all about? And apparently I can activate my resource booster for more income, so let's do that. And maybe I'll build our Borough Street around so I can get some more gold this way. Might want to build in this direction for now. Build a Borough Street right here. I want to build a right of way, so basically build a road. Basically, roads are how you can move around faster, and they're like just like, you know, they're kind of like Rome till the war. Like you build it on like, you know, for like a province, and like it has roads out to province. You don't have to build like individual tile roads or anything like in civilization games. Kind of useful. There's these guys over here, so it's gonna wipe them out. Kill the Delvers! Alright, these Driders, now how they sort of work in combat, they're kind of like the other guys in that they can basically, like, you know, retaliate, I think, in a range, but I think it works only on the offensive. So when these guys attack, they'll basically do like adjacent damage to, like, you know, units when they attack. It's kind of interesting. Alright, you go here, you go here, you go here. You guys can just rain down fire, I guess. Now these guys are a little bit tougher than the Driders, I think, so they might prove more of a challenge. These guys are infantry, basically. So there's the first attack. Not too much damage on these guys, but whatever. Okay, they're not that strong, or we're okay. There goes those guys. Well, same strategy as before then. These guys just move away and then we shred them. There goes the Driders. A little bit of experience for that. Always have to get a little bit of experience. It's kind of funny. You don't get a lot of experience for like doing like these little battles. It's kind of funny how that sort of works, but whatever. I think we're actually going to build the Empire Mint before we build the sewer system, so I'm going to do this right now. Basically, flip these around so I basically have this go first. You can change your build orders, by the way, so it's kind of good to do. So this is a mercy over here, apparently. I can tell from the fact there's basically capes on these units. Alright, you guys get to move this way. Whee! Apparently there's more Driders right there. Yeah, these guys can also sail around, by the way, so you have to watch out that they don't, like, you know, decide to do something stupid, like, you know, move to another area outside of their, like, you know, initial region. My mouse is being wonky, which is kind of annoying. Cool. One of them leveled up. Alright, the Driders landed over here apparently somewhere. Or they didn't. And by the way, I actually serve at the southern corner of the world, so kind of like in like the old Civilization games, you have like this sort of like, you know, Arctic, like, you know, ice caps. They have to serve like, you know, can't go by or anything. Those are a thing. What are you gonna do? Be nice if these guys land so I could attack them. There we go. We'll attack these guys. Battle, battle, battle. Now, here's something I note, by the way. Because these guys landed, they've actually put themselves in a position where only one of their units spawned at the start here. So, if I want to, I can actually sort of, like, you know, abuse this a little bit. I can have these guys, like, you know, mow them down with, like, archery power. You guys get to... Well, I don't want to do that with these guys, I don't think. We're gonna have these guys just sort of sit and hold position so they don't move and attack you or anything, but these guys will, you know... These guys will shred them with archery power. And of course, because, like, you know, there's two units, they spawn, but they have to basically wait till, like, the, how this is basically working, unless they, have a space to, like, spawn, they only have one space to spawn as, like, you know, deploy range when they start, so they only have, like, you know, one army out. After I kill it, they spawn a new one right here, so that's basically what happened. There we go. Wiped them out. And, you know, I wonder if I should actually build a settler over here again. I suppose just wait till I get our town pop up over here, but it's something to think about, perhaps. Alright, there's a burrow built. That's got the benefit of giving me more, like, you know, production, which is nice. You know, we're gonna move over to this one, see if I got enough money to actually pay these guys off now. Then I'll go off and kill these guys at some point. Alright, let's build up Central Mark over here at some point, I guess. Actually, let's build a titanium extractor so I can get that going now. Gold extractor 2 might be worth it. Right, that's right next to my thing, so let's do a burrow there instead. Then I'll build a Central Mark over here. I know that these guys are growing really slowly because I've basically got all my things in industry here, but if I want to, I can make them grow faster if I need them to, but I want to get these industry stuff out of the way, this basic stuff. Let this guy get up a little bit more population though. The faster this guy gets more population, builds his mill factory, the faster I can get, like, you know, this guy's pacified through, like, peaceful means. Okay, cool, we're building that now. A few more pearls to basically pick up, that's always nice. And I've got the research for a Titan done. I can build Titans now. The Velter is, like, you know, final infantry type. Or military type. Rider. These guys are pretty fun. Basically, they're giant killing machines. They can, now here's something I know about these guys. If you want them to, they can have, like, these, like, sort of sweep back abilities. And this is actually pretty important to do if you want to, because basically these guys have a little initiative, and they can't really move very fast. So if you give them sweep strike pack, they'll basically, like, you know, move multiple units at once. You can also give them, like, you know, a sword, which is sort of good, but it's probably better to give them the sweep back, I think, so we'll do that instead. And I like to make these guys, you know, pre-resistant to damage, so they give them improved vision too, the thing here. Basically gets his ability called sharpness, because he gives more defense against range attacks, so this guy I want to be, like, you know, attack him really not in range, so alright, let's get you over to here. Now, note by the way, these villages will actually grow as time progresses, so they've actually got free population now. But, if I give this guy dust... You please the Delvers who told you that you actually need what you actually need to do. Bring 5 titanium to the other Delver villages located in the same region. So, this guy basically wants me to go to this region over here, give him 5 titanium, and then these guys will be pacified over here. That's all I have to do to pacify these guys. So, we'll do that next time, I think. And you guys can, produce a settler. Now, no, I'm going to build a settler really fast because it's basically lots of production to build this settler. So that's kind of cool. I might actually want to build a couple settlers. The building a Borough Street might be nice too. Or a Titan. Let's build a Titan so I can have, like, you know, just to show that off, I guess. Or actually, let's build a, say Cater instead, because it's a minor faction unit and I need to get free for the Joes up here at some point. And, alright, we should be able to get like 555 for here, I think. Though, I could make it a little bit easier myself and just do this. Build this in 3 turns, and then next time we can start doing the production stuff here. I've already got these guys planned moves, so let's just do that instead. Excellent. So I built my cellar. And I could send them up here to build another village. Maybe we'll send them over here. Actually, I do this right now, and then... If I do this right now and basically make it so that they build over here, they'll actually, like, do that right next turn right as soon as I, like, click the move button. This one right here. I just plan the movement for them. You apparently got yourself another level. Cool. Okay, you get to go build, well, I guess he's just gonna get this instead. Health regen. I don't usually use, like, this stuff over here, but it's kind of useful. Some of the stuff he has. Really what I want is get this. Basically, this will make really get, like, massive food production, so he'll basically grow the city really fast. That he's in. I still have to get my hero better equipment and stuff at some point. So we're just going to do this. And there we go. New region colonized. We'll start building a milk foundry. Start getting some, population. We'll pacify these guys so I don't have to worry about Driders attacking me anymore. So all wells have finally end. In fact, the leader of the village is the youngest but by far brightest and most useful in the group of siblings. Though the others hate to admit, by gaining the trust of the young leader of the village, you've effectively pacified this minor faction. So Delver's been pacified. And you get this nice little flag that basically says, they've been pacified! No one controls it though. But I can fix that really quickly by building up another settler unit when I get the chance. So I can do that. We'll basically get this all done and out of the way. That's the plan. And apparently I got more Driders over here to deal with, but that's fine. I'll deal with them. Let's build one of these next. Get a little bit more money. Now, over here, I think we're we're just gonna have, like, just a little bit of divided attention, so I can basically get, like, basically producing 5 of everything to basically get this, like, minor quest faction out of the way for him. There's my merged army, so these guys are now all one big army here. I think we're gonna start building more burrows over here as well. Build one right there next time, I guess. And that's gonna be it for this episode, I think, more or less. I'm just gonna go a couple more turns to get to turn 60. And, like, get my, settler going down here. And it's winter. So maybe let's end it here instead. Winter's occurred. Some pearls to pick up. And yeah, let's just end it here instead, I guess. So, hope you've enjoyed this episode. We actually did some more, minor faction shenanigans. And sorry, next time I think we'll just basically clean up and just start developing my little empire here a little bit. Until then, though... Whoops. Until then, though, we'll basically take care until next time. See ya.